So I did a video not that long ago about a family of 12 that did a tour of the camper that they were staying in, where the parents had like a queen size bed. Do you know what? Let's call it a standard double. The parents had a standard double bed, and then they had their children sleeping on the floor with dollhouse thin pillow. And not just one, two of them. Two of them were sleeping on the floor. This family of 12. And I was told that I should check out their New York City apartment tour, because I'm sure that their apartment tour, I'm sure it's very spacious. I doubt you have 12 children and like go into having 12 children unprepared. It's not like you accidentally have 12, right? Like they didn't all come at once. You could plan for this. So I'm sure they're going to redeem themselves in this video. We're going to do screenshots instead of me playing the clips just because it's easier and I'm lazy. So bedroom 1, here we go. So we have bunk beds. So already I have a problem with, I think he's a teenager on the bottom. Teenagers having to share rooms with children. I think teenagers especially need their own space, no matter how much the siblings love each other, right? And I do believe this slither of a window over there is alluding to the size of this room, but we don't see it, so I can't make a judgment. And of course, I've crossed out the kids' faces because... Okay, we're going into bedroom 2. So we have another set of bunk beds. So there's going to be one kid up there, one kid on the bottom, and then another child in this bed. So this is 3. 3 of them in this room. So I'm guessing this bed is probably against the wall, the one on the... So it'd be my left, your right. And then this bed is definitely against the wall. So we have maybe a 3-yard arm span of room here for 3 small children. Which, they'll make do, I guess. This is fine. It's okay. Again, we're seeing another set of bunk beds. So you have one child here and then one just below here. No one gets their own room, I'm guessing. I'm just going to have to assume that not one child gets their own room. So we're at 3, 4, 5, 7 children. We're at 7 so far. I think there's 10 kids, so we're at 7. Again, this is fine, I guess. No one needs their privacy, I'm sure. I'm sure they're just that close, Perfect families don't need privacy. Because who needs privacy when God is always watching? Am I right? I don't know if they're religious. Something's giving me religious. I'm not even going to go look into it. I'm just going to assume that they're religious, and I think I'm right. I can smell it. I can smell the God-fearing. This poor kid doesn't have the freedom to even put on weight, because if he did, he wouldn't fit in the gap between the bed and the wall. So he gets a pull down bed, doesn't even get like a fully formed, standard, always there bed. It's a pull down. So he gets this one, and then he gets a brother on top. Let's have a look at the brothers, shall we? He's gonna have to do parkour off piping in the morning. Don't sit up. He better not ever be late for anything, because he sits up too fast, he's knocked himself out until the next day. Poor Charles gonna knock himself back into next week. Maybe back in next week they had one less sibling and he might have had some room, so I don't know. He's almost higher than the sprinkler system if there's a fire. I mean, I can't. Okay, now we're gonna see the parents' room. So we're at 9 siblings. We've got one more sibling to go, which I think's the baby that shares the room with the parents. Now, all these children have obviously had to make sacrifices for their space and their privacy. They've had to share with their siblings. So I'm sure the parents have done the same. They've used the biggest room. I'm sure that they've used the biggest room for their children because they need more space than they do. Like when I moved into this house with my family, there was one big room and one small room. And me and my sister got the big room, and then my mum and my dad took the smaller room. So I'm sure that's what happened here.
This is where mommy and daddy sleep.
This one room is the size of a New York studio loft. They put apartments in this one room and charge you like stupid amounts of rent in New York. So they've given themselves a ballet studio of a bedroom. And they do have to share with a baby, so I guess I've made some sacrifices. They don't have to have bunk beds. They get a fully formed bed, because where else will they make more children, right? And I guess that's everyone. I guess there's no more bedrooms, right? Oh wait, there's one more bedroom. But who for? Everyone's accounted for. There's no more. There's 10 siblings, 2 parents. So what's in the last bedroom? It's a Lego room. They've got a Lego room while their 10 children are cosplaying as sardines as a can. They're shoved into the Trojan horse like Romans while they have a whole room dedicated to Legos. Imagine in a family of 10, the favourite sibling, the favourite child is a fucking Star Wars Lego. I could never. So that is the family of 12 in their New York City apartment. I've also heard that they all happen to play an instrument and they like busk on the streets for money. And that some of their kids go to Juilliard, which is very impressive, obviously. And just it happens to be a coincidence that they all love classical music and that none of this was forced on by the parents. Like, none of them wanted to be a painter or a scientist or a poet. They just all wanted to be into classical music. I mean, what are the chances? So if you guys would like another video on that, please let me know. This has been This Family. I've been Milky, and I'll see you guys in the next one.